Hey, what's up guys, Darkbreaker here and welcome to this Akshan guide. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you guys how to play the new champion Akshan, who just got released on both PC and wildrift. So the champion is pretty new and I think everyone still has to learn how to play the champion correctly. I did a lot of research for this guide, talking with other pro players and listening to their input. For example, GameLord Random, Trap Doom, and some other players. Also, I read up some PC guides, but you guys might disagree with the item build or the skill order, but that's fine. You can write it down in the comments what your suggestions are. I think a lot of people still have to learn this champion correctly and don't really know how he's being played. Anyways, let's buy this champion and let's hop right into it. I'm gonna put timestamps, but for you guys, I'm gonna tell you the order of what we're gonna do. First of all, we are gonna discuss the item build. That's gonna be very important. Item build, runes, his summoner spells, then his abilities, some combos, and that's about it, I guess. So, we bought him. Akshan, finally out. He is designed as an ADC mid laner, by the way. ADC mid laner Akshan. This is not what we want, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, Akshan. His abilities scale with crit really well. So we're gonna go for a crit build. So what are gonna be his core items? Wait, let me check. What did I wrote on so much for Akshan. I did so much prep. Okay, item build. First item, new item. New release item, Essence Reaver. Why Essence Reaver? Essence Reaver gives you 40 attack damage, 25% critical haste, critical rate, and 25 ability haste. Then, every time you use an active ability, you will do bonus physical damage scaling with your AD. Each ability can only trigger this effect once per target, and you also get the mana from passive. Attacks restored 2% missing mana on hit. This item is going to be core item on a lot of ADCs, and I would say this is definitely a core item for Akshan in my opinion. Then next item is already correct, Infinity Edge. Infinity Edge is something you definitely want on Akshan. It's a must-have, 100% core item, because your third ability is gonna scale with crit. And wait a second. Ultimate. I think the ultimate as well. They can be modified, like the crit chance. Critical strikes deal 230% damage instead of 200%. This is also gonna apply for the third and ultimate. For the boots, usually I saw people go for gear for Berserker's Grease, but we don't have it on wildrift. So, option 1, in the mid lane, you could go Mercury Threats when they have a lot of CC. It gives you tenacity that's gonna be really useful, so you can lower the crowd control cooldown. Then Gluttonous Greaves for lifesteal, I think it's an option. Plain steel caps against physical comps. If you're laning against Z, for example, I think this is gonna be really good. And also this is gonna be viable for more ability haste. And then for the enchantments, you can go for either, for example, if you lane against Z, you can go for Zhonya's. That's gonna be really helpful to survive assassins. Or Protobelt. Protobelt to increase your mobility, to have the extra dash. I think that's gonna be really useful on Akshan, someone who is super mobile. And I'm also gonna explain to you guys how to play Akshan in team fights. I'm gonna talk about this early game, his mid game, his late game, and the team fights, how you position yourself, how you roam in the mid lane, stuff like that. Okay, next item is gonna be Cyrilda. Cyrilda is a new item. It's basically like Mortal Reminder, but you will also get ability haste, and after every active ability or empowered auto attacks, you're gonna slow the enemy by 30 seconds. So each time you're gonna use your first ability, for example, you can slow the opponent, and it also gives you ability haste. Akshan is a champion that really relies on his third ability for doing damage, and also the first ability, but more the third ability. The third ability is gonna be his main damage tool. I know some people will say the first ability is gonna be really good for wave clear. It's gonna be the skill you want to max, but I'm gonna explain it later. Next one is gonna be Storm Razor. Storm Razor, okay. It's basically similar to Phantom Dancer and Static or Rapid Fire, but okay, let's read it out. It's a new item as well. Storm Razor, 25 attack damage, 25% critical rate, 20% attack speed, energized, moving and attacking generates energy stacks. And if you know about the second ability of Akshan, you will easily be able to get those energized stacks because you get movement speed. At max stacks, your next attack deals 50 to 120 bonus magic damage. Activates all energized effects. Paralyze. Energized effects slow by 75%, so you can double slow here. And let's see how much crit do we have. 25%, 25%, 25%, 75, and for the last item, it's gonna be, I think, in my opinion, I would go Bloodthirster here for the lifesteal and also for the crit rate. 100% crit rate Akshan build. And you will have so much lifesteal with the third ability and Bloodthirster. I think this is the way how to build him. But I'm also gonna talk about some other item options. What makes Bloodthirster so good now? You have the crit rate. Before you didn't have the crit rate, but now they added 25% crit rate, and with that you can reach 100% crit rate, and every hit from your third ability is gonna hit crit then, and it's gonna deal so much fucking damage. Also, generating a shield that absorbs physical damage. That's nice. Okay, other options that you could go for, other good items. Blade of the Rune King. This, the passive is gonna apply for the third ability of Akshan. I think this might be a good option, not sure yet. Or Rapid Fire Cannon. Moving, and this is similar to Storm Razor, but you also get the increased the increased range. Energy stacks charge 25% faster, and energized attacks have 150 bonus attack range. Yeah, sorry. Other item, Run and Hurricane, you don't need it. You are not really an ADC typically. If you guys are familiar to Talon from LoL PC, I think his kit is kinda similar. He's like an ADC assassin roamer in the mid lane. And not as, like, you don't want to engage first, you are like the cleanup assassin roamer coming from behind, flanking. Other option, I mean, if you need some magic resistance, you can go for this one. This is also a good crit item. Solari, you don't really need Solari in my opinion, but you could go for it. Navari Quick Blades, maybe. Your cooldown on your second ability is very short. Cooldown on the third ability resets whenever you kill someone. First ability, okay. I think it could be an option, we need to try it out, but I think The items I told you here are very good. You could also go for Guardian Angel, obviously, for the revival. Yep, that's my opinion about the build. What's your thought? What are your thoughts about this build? I think it's a really solid build. I was talking with Random about this build, and he said this is probably the build you want to go for, and then max third ability. And trust me, third ability with full crit, you almost one-shot people. Anyways, let's talk about the runes. Okay, the runes. You have 3 options for the main rune. You could go Electrocute for the quick burst, but I think it's not the greatest. I think it's viable, but not the greatest. Obviously, Conqueror is gonna be the best. Gain stacks of Adaptive Force when hitting a champion with separate attacks or abilities. Stack up to 5 times. I think the third ability is gonna stack it fully up. Not sure if what I'm saying is right. I didn't try it yet, but I think the third ability should stack it up really quickly. And obviously, Fleet in the laning phase could be really good. If you're playing against a hard matchup in the mid lane and you need some more sustain, you can go for Fleet, but I would usually go for Conqueror. And then for the first row, we have a bunch of other options. I think the main thing you want to use is Hunter Vampirism, because you always want to focus on the Scoundrel. The Scoundrel is someone who killed your allies, then he's considered Scoundrel, and if you kill him with your second ability up or active, you are gonna revive your teammates. So I think Hunter Vampirism and also Lifesteal third ability, that's gonna be pretty good in my opinion. It's a very solid rune for a mid laner that roams a lot. I think you're gonna stack it up very quickly, and having that extra lifesteal and AD is pretty beneficial. You could also go for Brutal in the early game. Champion, risky. I don't think you should go Champion. Triumph. I mean, since you're an ADC, it doesn't benefit you too much. You could go Gathering Storm for the better scaling in the late game, but hey, just go Hunter Vampirism. Then Adaptive Carapace. If you want to fight early game, I think that's pretty good, or if you have a hard matchup. Also, same applies for Second Wind. If you get poked a lot in the lane, you can go for Second Wind. Hunter Titan as well, like I said. You are someone who's gonna come in for the flank, for the cleanup, get those Scoundrel kills. You want the Hunter Titan. I think that's really beneficial. Also gives you tenacity and HP. Could also go for Bone Plate, but Hunter Titan, and then Sweet Tooth is your must. Actually, not gonna lie, you could go for Pathfinder for the bonus roaming, 9% movement speed. Could be really nice. Second ability and Pathfinder, insane movement speed. I think that's definitely a solid option. Sweet Tooth or Hunter Genius, other 2 options. Hunter Genius gives you cooldown reduction, ability haste, that's not bad. Or for the laning phase, Sweet Tooth gives you gold, more healing in the early game. I think this is the most consistent rune you could go for, Sweet Tooth. But I definitely see potential in Pathfinder. Pathfinder second ability. I definitely see potential. Okay, for the spells. Flash, pretty obvious. You want it for the escape, for the engage. You can make so many plays. Ignite if you want to be very aggressive and kill people. Exhaust can be very good if you play against Zed or any assassins and you need the exhaust. Since you're still an ADC, you're pretty squishy. You could go Barrier as well for more defense, but I would probably go Barrier or Exhaust. I think those 2 are pretty good options. Okay, enough talking. That's it for the item build runes, spells, and let's hop right into it. Oops, training. Oops, practice. Okay, we have everything correct here. Since this is a one-taker, I sorry boys that it's not edited and cut out and stuff like that, but I just wanted to get this content out as quickly as possible. You guys know all content creators are fighting for the Akshan release. I think the video is still gonna be like 30 minutes, but without any cuts, so that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, we are gonna talk about all of his abilities. I'm gonna explain every ability and the passive, how it's gonna work and how you're gonna use it correctly. I'm gonna buy some items. Okay, let's move. Ooh, the Prot build.
Minions have spawned.
Okay, I'm gonna put a dummy here and let's get started. Okay, let's read out the passive. Every 3 hits from attacks and abilities deal an additional 103 magic damage. Against champions, also gain a shield that absorbs damage based on your AD. For 2 seconds, 8-second cooldown. After launching an attack, Akshan will fire a second shot that deals 140 physical damage, scaling with AD. He can cancel the shot to gain 60 movement speed, decaying over 1 second. Holding down the attack button will fire the second shot. Okay, you basically get bonus damage or more attack speed and movement speed, and bonus magical damage plus shield after 3 stacks. Okay, let's show it. As you guys can see here. Wait. And then you can hold it. Wait. Oh, okay, that's how it works. You can see. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Every 3 hits from attacks and abilities deal physical damage. Oh, wait. Ah, okay. You just have to. It's because I have so much attack speed right now. Okay, you can either choose to do damage after one auto attack. You will do immediately another attack if you press on the auto attack button. But if you just cancel it, you get movement speed. Like you do one auto attack and you can move and you get movement speed, or you auto attack and you keep pressing on the auto attack and you're gonna do bonus damage. Okay, that's for the passive. That's pretty basic. Okay, Averang. Oh, this is gonna be important. I'm gonna show you with a few dummies. I'm gonna show you first like this. Okay, let's read it out. Throws a boomerang that deals physical damage, extending the range each time it hits an enemy. Champion hits grants Akshan 40% movement speed, decaying over 1 second, deals 60% damage to minions. Okay, as you guys can see, the scaling, the cooldown is just lowered slightly, and you get 25 base damage per level up. And for each champion or minion you hit, the range is gonna get extended. This is just like this, but if I put more dummies, wait, let me put it correctly. Like this maybe. For each hit, it's gonna get extended even further. Hey, worked like a charm. So in teamfights, this ability can be really nasty because you hit someone, then it bounces towards this one, and then it keeps bouncing to this one. So you could even, like if we have even more dummies, you can do like this, and then it's gonna bounce all the way. And it's gonna come back as well. This ability is pretty nice, but the damage on minions is not too great because it does only 60%. And if you guys pay attention, look, the cooldown is pretty low already. You don't necessarily need points on it, and you only get 25 base damage per level. Okay, second ability, Going Rogue. Passive. Enemies that kill allied champions become scoundrels. That's what I talked about earlier. For 40 seconds. When Akshan takes down a scoundrel, he gains 100 additional gold and revives the slain allies. That's crazy. This is gonna be a crazy ability. Active. Become camouflage for 1.75 seconds and gain 100% movement speed towards scoundrels. Duration is infinite while Akshan is near terrain or in bush. So, if you use it near a terrain, you have it permanent. It's like Teemo. And if you run towards a scoundrel, you get even more movement speed. But look at the range when you're visible. The range is pretty big when they can see you. But his roaming ability with Pathfinder, like this, is pretty awesome. And the cooldown of this ability is very short. It's 3.9 at level 4. And you get 110%, you get so much movement speed. Look at the movement speed I'm getting here. I can roam quickly. Like, I'm the mid laner, I clear the wave, or they're fighting and then I come from behind and we're just gonna kill them. Okay, third ability. This one is gonna be the key ability on Akshan, Heroic Swing. This one is gonna be juicy. Okay. Fires a hook to attach and then swing around terrain, attacking nearest enemy for 100 physical damage. 70 plus 50% bonus AD per shot. If Akshan collides with an enemy champion or terrain, he will jump off the rope. Recurse jumps off the rope. Champion takedowns refresh this ability's cooldown. Prioritizes champions recently damaged by Akshan. This is gonna be important for the trading. On hit effects deal 25% damage. For example, Borg, Blade of the Rune King. Okay, cooldown is gonna get lowered from 11.6 to 7.7. I think it's kinda different compared to PC. Base damage 30, 70, 110, 150. Per shot by the way. Per shot. 70 is 7.7. Yeah. What I didn't came up with it. I talked with Random. I saw a lot of people recommend maxing as 1, but Random told me max third ability. Like, he only saw good Akshans maxing third ability and they performed, and people that maxed first ability didn't really perform. Oh, I need to stop the bot. He's killing the base. Stop it. Okay, let's show it. Ooh. Okay, you can also wait. Let me lower the cooldown again. So you can decide. Okay, let me just put on cooldown like this. So when you hit the shot like this, you can move to the left or to the right, basically. But if you hit terrain, it gets cancelled immediately, and you can also press it again to cancel or to jump off the hook. And if you're near, wait. Okay. This is actually pretty cool. Or you can also determine the range on which you're jumping. Like, you can do just a short one, or you can do a long travel, and you're gonna hit people much more easier. Like, you can see the circle right here. This one, you're just gonna do a quick circle, like a short circle, or like this, a big circle, and you're also gonna hit this guy. It's pretty awesome. I didn't try it out myself. I only saw some guides beforehand. So this is for me also the first time trying this ability out, but let me give you some tips for this ability. So the first cast is a hook, the second cast is the swing, and the third cast is jumping off. Ability can reset if you kill the opponent. Ability can crit and gives 100% lifesteal. I think it was written on this on PC, but I'm not sure if it's giving lifesteal on wildrift. Timing is key on this ability, when to go in and when to not. Long CD early game, so use it wisely. Yeah, 11.6. And remember, if you hit terrain, it just cancels immediately. Or if you hit someone else. Actually, I wanted to show you, let's say you have here someone who is playing very aggressively, then you can just trade like this. Hook on the turret, and then you can just keep shooting on them. That's how you can do a quick combo. Or, for example, you can also mark, like, if you mark them with one auto attack, they said it will prioritize the champion. Like, you do one auto attack like this, wait. You do one auto like this, and then all the hits will go on the target because you marked them beforehand. Okay, let's talk about the ultimate. The ultimate is Come You Pants. Locks onto an enemy champion, charging 6 shots over 3 seconds. This ability can be blocked very easily by any other champion, by turrets, etc. Recast fires the shot, dealing 62 physical damage to the first enemy or structure hit. Increases up to 246 physical damage based on target's missing health. It's a really good executioner skill. So let's focus on this one. And now we are shooting all the 6 shots. But it can be blocked. Let's, for example, say we want to lock on this one, but he's standing in the way. We can use the third ability to go like this and still hit him. I'm gonna show it to you. I hope I don't mess it up. Okay, I'm gonna show it first. I'm gonna aim for him, but see, he's in the way. He's gonna block all the shots. But let's say I still want to lock on him, but I'm gonna use... Oh, fuck. I fucked up. No! Let's do it again. Okay, I'm not sure showing it cool like he did. Fuck. I saw someone else do it. Like, he marked this guy, then he used the third ability. Wait, let me do it like this. I put the dummy here. I marked him like this. And okay, this was scuffed.
Inhibitor turret is under attack.
Okay, I have it. Why am I showing it so bad? Yikes! I'm sorry, guys, but I mean, you guys understand it. You can use the third ability to move around the first opponent and then hit the ultimate on the right target. That's basically what I wanted to show off. But I'm so bad at using the third ability, honestly. Okay. Oh my god, he's in the way. Because the cast is kind of strange. Like, I think on PC it's always a really big range. But on wildrift, like, if you're too close on the wall, you can only do a short dash. This actually is scuffed. Because on PC, the dash has an insane range every time. Like, if I'm too close here, look. The cast is just short. See, you always have to keep a distance, otherwise your dash or your circling is just a small circle instead of a big circle. This is actually completely different. I think this is different compared to PC, because the PC range is so crazy that you can basically use it, like you're standing here, you're using your hook, and then you can travel this way, and then you hit your ultimate on this target, basically. So it's kind of different on wildrift. Hey, I think what I said is correctly, but if I'm wrong, then just tell it in the comments. Okay, let's talk about lane tips. If they come near your turret, you can hook towards the turret for 3 damage. That's what I demonstrated at the beginning. If they come near, you just hook on your turret and you go around, get some free damage on them. You can use your third ability to escape from a bad trade. Like, let's say I'm fighting against this guy. Oh my god, I'm getting hit. And then I'm just running away like this. And you can recast to cancel your hook. This is a way to escape. Actually, escaping is... Look at the range. I can just escape like this and then run away. It's pretty good. And remember to use your first ability correctly to harass opponents, because as you guys can see, I can hit the last target standing, because it will keep bouncing for each target it hits. Like, the trouble is gonna be further. Each minion hit will increase the range, but they need to be spread and not bunched together, or they just count as one additional bounce. And in the early game, how do you want to play him? You want to join early skirmishes in the river for objectives like the scuttle. You have really good roaming. Like, let's say we're fighting clearing the wave, you want to join here. You use your second ability, like this, your invis, and they're fighting, and then you can join like this, pew pew pew, and then Obviously, use your auto attacks correctly. Actually, I'm not sure if... Like, there are two skill orders. The first one is you max your first ability, and the other one is you max your third ability. You guys should try it out for yourself. Which one is better? I think the third ability is harder. Like, for more advanced Akshan players, and first ability is simpler, just because you use it as a wave clear and poke. For third ability, you have to engage, and I think a lot of people are just gonna int when they engage like this. But basically, let's say they're fighting a Baron, they're already fighting, deep fight going on. I'm coming, I'm flanking, I'm using it like this, and I'm joining, pew pew pew. And if I kill someone, I can dash again, and then you can just dash out again. Or you use your second ability out, because the cooldown is very low, and you get movement speed when you're running towards a scoundrel, for example. So the second ability is also good to avoid ganks. Like, someone is ganking, like, let's say they are gonna gank from this side, from the left. You can use the second ability quickly, and then you can just run away like this, invisible, like they don't see you. It's a pretty good ability to juke ganks. Okay, let's talk about the mid game and late game. In the mid game, farm as much as possible and join team fights. Late as cleanup. Coming in with camouflage, focus the scoundrel to revive your teammates. Use your third ability for tons of damage, getting reset, and keep doing damage. Use your ultimate as a finisher, but be careful that it doesn't get blocked. You can use your third ability to retarget, like, avoid the person that would block your ultimate. Use second ability out if needed. Remember, first ability is gonna travel further for each opponent hit, so you can hit a lot of opponents with this ability in team fights. For the combos, auto attack S1. Wait. Mark someone with the S1 or auto attack, and then third ability. That's what I told you beforehand. Like, if there are a lot of minions, but you hit someone first, they're gonna get marked, and every shot from the third ability is gonna go on the champion. Second ability and third ability are really great to escape if you need to. But remember, if you hit a terrain, the ability is just gonna get cancelled. So you have to hit it like this, that you don't hit the terrain. Like, oh, you wanna escape, second ability quickly, third ability and cancel, and then you can just dash away. So pretty great for escaping. Oh, this one is gonna be hard. Okay, I'm gonna try to show it to you guys correctly. You can basically... Oh, wait, I only have 3. Okay. Because the first ability is gonna come back to you, since it's a boomerang, you can reposition. You can reposition the pathing where it's gonna come back to. Wait, let's say I'm gonna use my first ability like this, it's gonna hit those two. But if I'm gonna use my third ability at the same time, it's gonna hit this one as well. Okay, let's see if I'm not fucking it up. Yeah, I fucked it up. Because the range is not big enough. Okay, like this maybe. Well. Okay, I'm showing it to you badly, but I think you guys understand the concept, what I'm talking about. That you can reposition the pathing of the first ability by using your third ability, so you can hit more people or different people. Okay, the third ability is so scuffed, because if I'm too close it's just short, but I need to stay like this for it to be big range. Dude, it's so scuffed. Okay, I think you understand the point I'm telling you. And also ultimate, yeah, the ultimate and dash, what I told you. Can I even hit this guy if I use it correctly? Like this. Hey, we almost shot it correctly. Yikes. Use the third ability to position yourself correctly in team fights as well. Ah, yeah, that's it. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, this champion is very new for both LoL PC players and wildrift players, and the third ability is a pretty complex mechanic that is new to wildrift. Yeah, it's so strange. Look at this. It's so short, but if I use it like this, the range is crazy. Wait, can I flash? Yeah, you can flash during your third ability. Oh, can I protobult? You can also protobult during your third ability. Wait, that's cool. That's pretty cool. You can use the third ability with protobult. Or you can use ultimate flash as well. Let's say this guy is in the way. I'm gonna use it like this, I just flash and then I can hit him as well. Or you can use protobult. Same concept. He's in the way, I'm gonna use protobult. Oh, you can use protobult, okay. But you can use flash. Like this. Just so you can retarget, because it's locked onto a target, and I think the ultimate is gonna be pretty bad, just for cleanup. I think you can use it for cleanup. Otherwise, people would just block it. Like, what's the range? The range is pretty big. Let's say teamfight is happening, they're all low life, and you want to clean up someone, you use ultimate, and then you can go like this. Okay, the scuttle was in the way, but you understand what I mean. They're trying to escape, no blocking. You can go like this and redirect and then flash and then pew pew pew, still hit them and finish them off. Because no matter how far they are away, the ultimate is still gonna hit them. And the only issue is just turrets can block it, other champions can block it, and other minions, for example, can block it as well. Anyways, that's gonna be it for the guide. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I didn't say any crap and everything I said was fine. And if you guys enjoyed this guide, then leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Make sure to activate notifications because patch 2.4, a lot of new stuff. Riven, Grace, Tryndamere, Yasuo, Draven, Lucian, a lot of champion new builds, guides, stuff like that. Patch 2.4 new tier list, etc. I see you next time. Bye bye. Wait, my mouse died. Lol.